Hi, for this video what I want to do is talk to you about cardinality properties that we use when we are studying sets. Okay, so the first property that we have is the number in A or B. Sometimes you'll see this as combined. It might show up that way visual or verbally. So the number in A or B is equal to the number that is in set A plus the number in set B minus the number in both A and B. Okay, or it might just say both. So anytime you see the word both, then you would use this symbol. If it says combined, you would use this symbol. Okay. The second one is the complement rule. They're saying the number that are not in A. So remember that anytime that you see AC or A prime or tilde A, we read these as not in A. So the number that are not contained in A is equal to the number that's in our universal set minus the number that is in set A. So it could be something like I surveyed 20 people and I had 8 that fell into the first category. So if I do 20 minus 8, we could say that there are 12 that do not fall in set A. So that's how this property would be used. And then the last one is basically just the first one, but we just took and solved for the number in A and B. And basically all that happens when you do this mathematically is the A and B and the A or B just switch locations. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same property as the first one. So let's look at a couple of examples. So our first example says, suppose that elementary A has 45 teachers and elementary B has 65 teachers. If the total number of teachers combined is 99, how many teachers teach at both schools? So we know that we're looking for both schools. So we're going to go to this rule right here. And so we're going to say, okay, the number in A and B, or both schools, is equal to the number that teach at the first school plus the number that teach at the second school minus the teachers that teach at either A or B. Okay, so that's the combined. So you would just go through and find this important information listed out. So at elementary A, we have 45. So we would say that this is our number in A. The number in B would be 65. And the number in A or B would be 99. So now we just take and plug those values into our equation. And we would say that the number in A and B is equal to 45 plus 65 minus 99. And so if we do this mathematically, 45 plus 65 would give me 110, and we subtract out 99, we would end up with 11. So we can say that 11 teachers teach at both elementary A and elementary B. Okay, so that would be our answer to this first problem. So let's look at our second problem that we're given. Okay, our second problem that we're given says, in a survey of 100 pet owners, 65 said they own a dog and 42 said they own a cat. 15 said that they own both a cat and a dog. And we are asked how many own neither a cat nor a dog. So this is telling us that we are going to use the or property, but we're going to use the complement rule because we want to know how many do not own either of those. Okay, so we're technically using a combination of the rules that we have listed above. We're just going to write it in symbol form. So we're trying to find the number that are not in set A. So I'm going to say that dog is set A, and I'm going to say that cat is set B. Okay, so we're going to say the number that are not in A or the number that are not in B is equal to the number surveyed, so that's our universal set, minus the number in A or B. So that's going to be the final step that we are going to do. But in order to do that, we first have to figure out how many are in either A or B. Okay, so that's going to be our first game plan. So remember that A or B is going to be the number in A plus the number in B minus the number that own both. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's find all of this important information. So the number in A is going to be 65 because it says that we have 65 who own a dog. And then our number in B is going to be 42. And the number for both is going to be 15. So to find the first part, the number in A or B, we would say our number in A is going to be 65, plus our number in B is 42, and then we would subtract out the 15 that own both. Okay, so if we simplify this 65, I'm going to do this 65 minus 15 first just because mathematically it's easier. 65 minus 15 would give me 50, and then 50 plus 42 would give me 92. So based on the information that we were given, we can say that 92 own a cat or a dog. Okay, so 92 of our respondents own a cat or a dog. So the symbols is really the hardest part of this. If you can get the symbols down, it's really not that complicated. But when you start looking at it in this form, it does look kind of scary. But if you get over that, it's really not that bad. So what we're going to do is now we want to find the neither part. So we want to find the neither. So we want to find the complement of this. Okay, so again, we already wrote down the symbols. So we're saying that not in A or not in B is going to be the number of people that we surveyed. So remember, that's the in U, the number in the universal set is going to be the number of people surveyed minus the number that either own a cat or a dog. Okay, so again, we're just going to plug in our information. The number in U is going to be 100 minus the 92. And so we could say that there are 8 people own neither a cat nor a dog. Okay, so these are a couple examples of using the rules. For some people, they prefer to draw out a Venn diagram to help you solve these problems, and you're always welcome to do that. But the purpose of this video was to outline the rules. As always, thanks for watching. If you have any questions that you need me to answer, or if you have other topics that you would like for me to do, please let me know in the comments.